What's going on, guys? It's your boy Worthy Prince coming at ya with another Infinity Kingdom video, and today, guys, the last video of the Revival of Cities event that took place in server 136 in Infinity Kingdom. Now, although the event has come to an end, it still is a great place to start up your first account, primarily because there are so many peeps from around the world in this server, which is quite a cool thing. You got people from the USA, Europe, all the way across Asia as well, taking part in this event, which of course started off because the game became available for the first time in Japan. So that was a pretty cool thing. And there is a whole bunch of Japanese players on this server as well, which is really, really good. And they seem to be organizing things rather well. So if you're looking for a nice balanced kingdom to start your first account off, check out server 136, and you can download Infinity Kingdom, of course, and start your journey by clicking on the link in the description below. Right now though, guys, let's take a look and see what I managed to achieve over the 2-month period that this Revival of Cities event took place. Okay, so here we are inside my castle, and this is what I managed to achieve over the 2-month period of the event. As you can see, I got myself to a total of 635,000 power. I didn't really focus too much on research. I've done the bare minimum on troops and immortals. That wasn't really where my main focus was. I also almost got to Castle 35. As you can see here, I've got all the requirements done to make Castle 35. I just need more resources to be able to do it. But almost Castle 35, which is pretty good going. And as you can see, leveling up my troop barracks, I managed to unlock tier 4 as well, so that was pretty good. Didn't quite get to tier 5, although a few players did manage to get tier 5 in the server over the 2-month period. For me, it was a little bit too much to get to tier 5 in that short space of time. But you know, not a million miles away, to be fair. And then of course, resource building, super important. I made sure I leveled these up as much as I possibly could throughout the event. I probably did lack a little bit, if I'm being honest. I always tend to lack a little bit on building those up, but I was trying to make sure I did do them a fair amount, so I got a good amount of resources from them. To be honest though, I mean, all this stuff's all well and good, but what really was my main focus was my march. I needed to be able to attack cities effectively for the points in the first half of the event, and I needed to be able to attack walls and garrisons and stuff and other players well and be able to defend. That again was a bit of an issue at the beginning, just because of how quickly people were boosting up, but you know, I did manage to hold my own, and we done as well as we could basically. If I show you my immortals, you can see really it was one primary focus, which was my main march, which of course I chose Earth this time, as you will know if you've been following these videos. I chose lightning on the previous one. Who knows, maybe I'll choose wind on the next one, or fire or something. But yeah, it was Earth this time round. And one of the big achievements I felt I managed to accomplish was maxing out Charles the Great on his diamonds, which was pretty good stuff. I almost got all gold gear on all of my immortals, which was really good. I actually missed out on some of the early packs where you actually could have unlocked a full set of gold gear. So I had to wait until I could actually hunt the relevant monsters to get the gear. And I'm still missing a couple of pieces, but for the most part, it's almost all gold, and my skills are all up to practically level 7, a couple of level 8s on Cleopatra. So all in all, for a tier 4 march, I think it's around about 130,000 power. That's actually pretty good going. You can see my second march was water, okay? And then the third and fourth were really just gathering marches that I didn't really use for fighting at all, all right? But that's basically what I've done on my immortals. And if I show you the actual troop march itself, there it is, like 130,785 power. That's not bad at all for 2 months worth of work right there. And I got my dragon to level 31. I did level the water dragon up for my second march, level 14. But it costs a lot of gold to level up a dragon, so the primary focus for me was to work on that earth dragon, so that's exactly what I did. So our objectives weren't quite the same as some of the bigger alliances. Like, a lot of the bigger alliances were going for things like the World Heart, in the middle of the map and taking full control of the actual kingdom, taking over level 8 and 9 cities like this, which give you really good boosts like troop attack boosts, immortal attack boosts, things that I definitely would like to have had in my alliance. Unfortunately, my alliance just weren't as active as I would have liked them to be. You know, we set times and schedules for events and stuff like taking cities, and we had enough people turn up to take lower level cities like level 4 or 5. But as far as going for anything bigger or making any bigger plans, we only had about 10 to 15 people that were actually fully active. A good majority of the alliance kind of went offline pretty quickly, which was kind of a shame to see. Although, as I said in my previous videos, you know, a lot of the red faction absconded anyway from red over to one of the other colors right early on. So it was kind of disappointing in that respect. A lot of the people that signed up to red initially got absorbed by other alliances and then went to other colors. So yeah, you know, it's that definitely made it difficult for recruitment in this particular event, and it definitely made it difficult for red faction as a whole. You know, there was a period of time when the red faction had one city in the whole map, which was TWK. Right down the bottom we had one city, and then the entire kingdom was split between green and blue because there just wasn't enough red players. Because, as I said, they all went over to different colors. So yeah, definitely made it more difficult, but I did stay the course. I stayed the course with the Ruslan red faction. I've never been red before, so I wanted to stay the course. I definitely did that. And overall, I'm happy with the experience we had. It was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun building up my account, and I know many people in TWK here did enjoy building up their account as well. So the question now, of course, is what is next for TWK and server 136? Well, we're going to maintain the alliance in 136. We're going to continue to hold and progress our cities that we're currently holding. And there still is room for you to join as well. Even if you're starting from scratch on a brand new account, there still is room for you to join my alliance in server 136 if you'd like to come and have some fun with us and just build up your account now and enjoy the game. And again, you can do that from the link in the description, guys. Just give that a click, download Infinity Kingdom, make sure you choose server 136 when you sign up your new account, and choose the red Ruslan faction and just apply it to TWK, and you can start working on your own Infinity Kingdom account. One thing that's really good about Infinity Kingdom is the fact that you don't have to spend to progress. Of course, you can spend some to progress a little bit faster if you choose to, but one thing that Infinity Kingdom does is it rewards players the most who spend time on the game and grind at the game itself. Those are the players that get the most rewards from the game. Buying stuff doesn't necessarily mean success. You do have to put the time and the effort in. So free-to-play players get a lot of satisfaction out of playing this game, which is one of the reasons why I enjoy it so much and love to promote it on the channel. I want to say a huge thank you to Infinity Kingdom and welcome all of the new Japanese players that are now enjoying the game as well. Let's take a little look back at some of the fun we had over the last 2 months on the Revival of Cities event. Now, what is very special about this event is the game is now open to Japanese players. And there goes the final attack. There it is. Captured city. Great job, everyone. Awesome stuff. Although they'd already made a move and tried to attack us, so I don't blame them for attacking it. And there it is, guys. City number 3. 3 cities in one night. Absolutely awesome achievement for us, considering the size of our alliance. We've done really well taking 3 cities. I was really proud of everyone of doing that. rank 11, I'm really happy with that. So hopefully I should be in for some really cool prizes. Light this castle up into flames. Let's go. And he's out of there. Force teleported. But here we go. Now we've entered that bloody rage. Straight in on Omniarch. I'm sorry, buddy. And bang. So we get him. No troop losses for us. Now that's probably because he isn't garrisoned. He isn't reinforced or anything like that. Sending in that final march. And there it is. The burn, the force teleport. He's out of here. And that's the end of Omniarch. So 1 out of the 3 content creator castles found and decimated. Solo attacks coming from the left and above me. The rally's just hit me. Successfully defended a rally. Look, 3 marches walk away from my castle there. So, what a ride. Absolutely crazy journey through this event. And again, I want to say a huge thank you to Infinity Kingdom for inviting me onto this Revival of Cities event. Again, this is the 2nd event I've done with Infinity Kingdom, and I'm really enjoying it. And I hope you guys are enjoying the content as we've been putting it out onto the channel. As far as these events going forward, I'd like to give a little bit of feedback just at the end here with regards to future events that Infinity Kingdom do. One of the biggest issues I've found with these events is some players, especially players that love to spend a lot, which I guess is good for Infinity Kingdom, but it's not necessarily good for game balance in these type of events. And what I'm talking about is if you go to the menu options here and go down to the gem shop, this gem shop here enables players to spend money basically and just continually buy access to gems, which if you spend enough, you can max out hundreds of thousands of gems by buying gems from this store, and you can go ahead and max out your buildings without even needing the resources. You can just smash them, open, upgrade, gems, upgrade. And if a player has the ability to do that, and believe me, a couple of players did do it again on this event, it makes them unbeatable. And there's no way you can actually catch them by just buying general standard bundles, which most of us, this is what most of us purchase, the bundles when we're buying stuff, because you get the most value for your money. With buying stuff from the gem store, you get very little value for money. It's just gems is what you get. You don't get no items or anything. But having this gem store available just enables certain players that like to spend a lot to boost ahead, and then basically they're untouchable. So I think for future events, it would be great if Infinity Kingdom could remove access to the gem shop and just allow access to the actual store bundles themselves, so everybody is on a set playing field. I say that because the bundles which are available in the store here, you can't buy them again and again and again. You basically have a set amount you can purchase each day. And that way, no one can really get ahead of anybody else by purchasing more stuff, if that makes sense. So that way, it's okay if there's a couple of people that are spending. At least then they could potentially be on an even playing field when it comes to fighting for cities and fighting for the kingdom. Because again, the last 2 Infinity Kingdom events, there's been 1, maybe 2 people in the event that have used the gem shop to basically storm ahead of everyone else, and you just can't beat them. You try and attack their cities, they'll just come over, put a garrison in, and that's the end. You can't do anything about it. So yeah, it would definitely be nice to see that change for future events. But that's the only negative I can say. As far as everything else is concerned, it's been a lot of fun. Met some new people, which I'm really happy about, which is great. And had a real good blast in this kingdom, having lots of fun. So I look forward to the next one. But until then, you know how this next bit's gonna go. Stay safe, everyone. And of course, peace out.